Boom, 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 bam. This is our, I don't know, rough trial run of our first podcast episode. So,
This is the second episode.
this is the start of the season. The first one was just like a cute little, let's rant and rave. And it is June, so what better way to
Be who you are.
and cause some more chaos and mayhem,
For
actually.
your pride. Rest in peace, legend.
Who sang that again?
The lady on TikTok who passed away. Oh! Remember our fallen sister. Our fallen auntie, actually.
I really thought that was Whitney Houston. I thought it was like a take on a church hymn. It wasn't? Okay, so our topic for today, pop culture, entertainment.
Very cute.
Pop culture has been on a major kick lately. I mean, for the last year and a half. Well, mostly more so 2 years. And let's see what shakes and bakes.
It's about to be in it.
I'm so waiting. Sorry. Okay. What recent movie, TV show, or album has had the biggest impact on you and why?
How much has come out recently? I would say, I'm going to say Brooklyn Nine-Nine, because even though it didn't just come out, I just finished it. And the guy who plays Raymond Holtz,
Yes.
he passed away. Also, another
Oh, she
rainbow icon.
She passed away?
Yeah. You know, we're going to get cancelled. We're going to get cancelled.
5 minutes into the episode.
No, but he passed away. And I don't know, just watching the ending of the season, of the series actually, it was just so, it was beautiful. It was a good wrap up, I think.
Mhm.
I think it premiered during the time of COVID,
Yes.
or like following COVID, so it was very much in that realm of like police brutality and COVID and police reform, which I also think is still important to this very day.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I started to watch it, but I didn't really get into it. I'm familiar with the characters, but I just couldn't get around the storyline.
It's very corny.
It
In the
is
beginning,
very
it
corny.
was very corny.
I don't know if it's very corny, like The Office corny, or like Park and Recreation.
I'm someone who couldn't even get into The Office
Me neither.
or Parks and Recreation. Like, I tried so hard. I tried. But it's like, that type of humor, it's like, it has to grow on you, or you just have to get it. And I think with Brooklyn, that's something that grew on me. Because it could be very corny, but once you really get into it, like, the jokes start to make sense. And I think a lot of the references, since it came out in our time, I think it's the references of the jokes are stuff we could relate to and stuff that we could reference and say, wow, that is actually funny.
I'm gonna keep it simple, very cliche, Renaissance album, Beyonce.
That was the reason. That was like 2 years ago.
That wasn't last year?
No, that was like 2 years ago.
Cut! Time is
An illusion.
a conundrum. I know, it's an illusion. But yeah, I really thought Renaissance came out last year. That's crazy. But Renaissance was a moment in time that I will always go back to. It shaped my existence. It shaped who I am, what I am doing, and Cowboy Carter isn't that much of an influence to me at the moment. But
You
yeah,
said no chitlin circuits in my face.
no horse and hay.
Oh God, nay! You better nay.
Okay, who do you
She is
think?
not a diva.
I think representation in media has. How do you think representation in media has evolved over the past decade?
Well, I think the push for DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion, I think a lot of pop culture representatives have been persons that represent us in the sense where it's like either they're queer, they're black, disabled, this, that, and the third. I think it's been more of a rounded representation of society instead of what society deems to be perfect, whether it be muscular, slender, of the lighter hue, from a different demographic. So it's just evolved in that aspect, which I really like to see, because who wants to see the same thing over and over?
That is also true.
That's boring.
It is boring.
That's where the diversity comes into play, because I'm tired of seeing the same people. Like, think of like a Giorgio Armani commercial. When you think of a Giorgio Armani commercial, what do you think of? Specifically fragrance.
Nothing, actually.
I think of a Giorgio Armani commercial or like a men's fragrance commercial. It's always like the smoldering, blue-eyed, whether brunette or blonde, white man, shirtless, on the ocean, wet, steamy, very J'adore Dior realness. It's like, I want to see something different.
Yeah. Give us that, but in black.
Not necessarily that, because I do love the bigger hue.
Okay.
I do love a bigger hue. I'm not trying to, twink shame. Get those twinks away from my face.
But this reminds me, like, going back to like the Tara Banks days of like America's Next Top Model, and like how she herself was like plus size, and like, I don't know, it reminds me of that, and how like the only time they actually had like a plus size person on the show was Tamara, I believe that's her name, and then Whitney who won one of the cycles. I can't believe what cycle it was, but she wasn't even plus size. And then like the whole thing where she kind of like bullied these girls and all type of things. I'm just like, yeah, we don't want to see the same, but like we're pushing these people, but are we actually welcoming them into the spaces to be what is what actually?
Well, Tyra championed DI. Do you remember the Got Milk photo shoot? Much, you can be anything that you want, whether it be black, white, Asian. It doesn't really matter, because you got milk.
Can we talk about when she put the homeless people in fancy clothes and then put the models in the homeless clothes?
In a back alley behind a garbage can.
Yeah, and then the next season casted one of the homeless girls. Isis.
Shout out to Isis, another icon. We stand.
But Tyra Banks is just a mess.
She's unhinged.
She's a mess.
But I would say, though Tyra has done a lot of unhinged things, we do have to give her a minuscule 10 due to her introducing us to the plus size at the time. Because, early 2000s, I would be considered obese. You, 600 pounds. 600 pounds. My 600 pound life, girl.
You're casting right now.
They're like, So I think that time it was a shift in the fashion world where she did introduce the plus size girls, which to this day is a BBL girly.
Very much.
Because that's what the BBL girly is wishing to achieve. It's like Cara, honestly.
Speaking of BBL girlies, what do you think about the BBL craze now in society?
I don't mind the BBL craze, actually. I'm very much pro-plastic. Pro-plastic. If you want to do whatever you want to do with your body, do whatever you want. Like, I'm very much into the bimbo aesthetic. I appreciate the bimbo aesthetic.
But do you think that sometimes it goes too far?
Of course, that's the whole point of the bimbo aesthetic, is to go too far. That's the point, is to be dramatic, to be dramatized against the grain. It's kind of like a way of, what do we call it? Resistance, societal resistance.
Okay.
Because society is going to tell you to be plastic is wrong, so I'm just going to do
what I want to do.
What I want to do.
And get Botox in my face.
Exactly.
And compete for Miss Universe.
And look like a bicycle seat. Yes.
Yeah.
So
you didn't catch that joke.
I ignored it because I'm not feeding into.
Oh God! Who are some underrated artists, actors, and creators that more people should know about?
Oh, who's underrated?
Ali.
Yes, Ali. Listen, Marianne may have at least 50,000 streams. I'm 49,000 of them. I'm 49,000 of them. I'm going to support the dolls. Like, That's one thing I will always do, support the underprivileged or the underrepresented. And the dolls need more representation. And the butch queens need to get on the doll train, because the dolls against the butch queen debacle needs to be cut. Means cut that, chop, 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 chop. And butch queens fighting trans women, chop, 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 chop. Like, that is so sick to me.
It is sick, actually.
And I'm gonna reveal something. Sometimes I do indulge in brain rot entertainment.
Brain rot entertainment.
Brain rot entertainment. So the Baddies, the News Network, the Next Network,
and that's all we have for today, folks. I can't bring myself to get past Nolly Nun's chin. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's a barrier to get past, honestly.
It's a hill to climb. But no, I mean, I've never been a huge fan of reality TV at all, even though I did a one episode of Oak.
Ooh.
But yeah, I've never been a fan. I've never been a fan of it. But yeah, I've seen the videos. I see it's just a lot.
It is a lot. And I mean, I grew up on reality TV. I grew up on Original Bad Girls Club, Charm, Flavor of Love, all of those things. Nax. I grew up on all of those things. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I think though that was reality TV that had no substance still, I think Bad Girls Club in the end tried to move into a productive realm where they brought on the therapist. I can't remember her name, but they brought on the therapist, tried to like figure out why you act the way that you do, or the trauma that you've been through, which results in the way you express yourself and things like that. So I'd say it did try to move into that realm, and I think that was Bad Girls Club, because no one's watching Bad Girls to see a good girl. I'm sorry.
It's called Baddies for a reason.
Baddies, whatever. We're not watching for... Well, I'm going to speak for me. I know that the show has no substance. I know that the show is brain rot. But I think it's kind of like a social experiment. These children have easy access to that. Like, you could find it on Twitter. You could find it on TikTok. People are constantly talking about it. People dedicate pages to dissecting each episode that comes out each week. So it's just hard to get away from that. But the moral of the story is, stop fighting trans women. Yeah. I hate when male writers and directors write female characters in the light that they think women are, and it's totally against that. I hate that so much.
I mean, and then you will always tell when a male writer writes a female role, and it's so on the nose. It's so, and there's this creator on TikTok. I don't remember.
I feel like I know who you're talking about.
Dalo V or something.
I feel it's a white woman.
Oh, what? Of course, it's a white woman.
I know who you're talking about.
It's not Blake Lively.
The one. Clock him. XOXO child.
Go piss, girl.
Well, I've never heard that.
No, they had like this whole meme section. Speaking of influence of pop culture and entertainment, social media and memes are so funny. They had like this whole thing with Blake Lively and the secondary. I didn't even know her name. The next character in it.
Secondary character.
I never watched Gossip Girl. I didn't grow up on television, on like TV and like stuff. I grew up on music and music videos and stuff like that too. I grew up on the island. You had 6 channels.
I didn't watch Gossip Girl on TV though.
Oh.
Did you not have access to the internet?
I did, but I wasn't searching up Gossip Girl. You know what? But yeah, Go Piss Girl is a meme from like, they had like a string of memes for like I want to use the bathroom, and then they had like the photo of the girl, and she's like, "Go piss, girl." And she's just like, they had like a photo, just like, "Oh, I want to eat." She's like, "Go eat," like, "Oh, go eat, girl," or something. So it's gosh.
Blake did it to herself, though.
I mean, what hasn't she done?
Blake and Ryan. Oh. I mean, they got married on a plantation. What did you expect?
The same plantation that burned down?
I think it actually is. No, like not even joking. I think it actually is.
Ancestors unite.
But it's the fact that they thought that that was okay, which still sends me to this day.
You know,
That's like us saying, "Oh, we're gonna go and have a party at the gas chambers,
the graveyard,
the graveyard." Like, who does that?
white people.
Well, I can't talk too loud. My quarter white might jump out.
Where's Grams? Favorite meme at the moment.
I don't know if you consider it a meme, but what's up, Deutsch? Broken splash. We need it, mommy.
No way. No.
I love that video. I'm sorry. I know Jamaicans probably hate it.
Oh my god.
But it's the most hilarious video.
I mean, I don't have a favorite meme at the moment. I don't know. TikTok is just be hilarious.
Hilarious, honestly.
Yeah. So, and even like the alphabet like scream thing, that has me dying. And people just in the middle of the yard, it's like, ah!
No, the one with the guy in the guitar, and he's like, I don't even know how it goes. He's like, you'll be married in a year in the summer or something. I don't know, but it's like everyone keeps recreating it.
Ridiculous.
It's hilarious.
Ridiculous.
I'm just like, the youth group pastor pipeline to Benson Bloom needs to be abolished.
Benson Bloom?
Is that not his name?
Oh.
The one who's be flipping everywhere. White Chris Brown.
Oh, Benson. He's very forgettable.
He's trying to be Freddie Mercury so bad.
He's trying to be Harry
swapping.
Styles while Harry
He's
Styles
not even
cosplaying.
trying to be Harry. He's trying to be Freddie Mercury. And it's not
he
landing.
He needs to go to Mercury. People just say like, oh my god.
Because there's nothing else. Either he's grabbing his bulge or he's flipping around like a tick on a dog's back.
It's just, it's such a content as well too. It's like the touching of themselves.
It's just white mediocrity.
White mediocrity. This episode is entitled White People and Mediocrity.
Capo.
Oh!
Was that controversial? And maybe. I'm not on your side, Chapo.
I should like Chapel Rowan. I don't like what she's doing.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. I don't know white woman. But she's Italian, so she gets class.
They're the most racist.
Oh!
They have blackface on their TV today. Ratatouille. Oh no, that's French.
Favorite song at the moment? Closing remarks.
Marianne by Ellie.
Mine is Alter Ego.
Mine is not a word.
What?
Mine is not a word.
Mine.
Mine is not a word.
Mine is not a word?
No.
Because mine is pre-rolled. Yeah. Mine?
The Educator. You and your 27 years. The girls that get it.
Mine is Alter Ego, The Precious Remix.
You're welcome.
That is not available on Instagram Music.
You're welcome.
It's not available everywhere except for Apple Music and Spotify. And I gotta figure out who Precious is as an artist as well, so I can't find any content on them because I don't know if it's on my own.
You don't know who Precious is?
I don't. So feminine.
So Precious is a commentator in ballroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's all I said for the day, guys. For educational purposes, and we're trying it out. Big smiles.